Now the Israelites the Bible speaks of, how to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, you all according to the Bible. Alright? We're going to talk about this so-called Christmas that y'all celebrating today, or this evening. Alright? Most of y'all know full well that today is not Jesus Christ's birthday. Y'all know that. Because of your covetousness, because you choose to want gifts, that's why y'all celebrating. Ecclesiastes. Because y'all covet, and y'all want gifts, y'all want to celebrate it anyway. You know full well Jesus Christ is not born tomorrow. Or today or whatever you claim he was born. Alright? 28, verse 29. Y'all know full well. 20 verse 29.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20 verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise.
Again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20 verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise.
The Bible says presents and gifts, they blind the eyes of the wise. Because a lot of y'all are wise to that. You know full well that there's nowhere in the Bible you can show Christmas as a holy day. You know they're in the Bible, but y'all do it anyway. Because y'all covetous and greedy and want presents. You know what?
And stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove.
You get that new iPad, that new computer, them new headphones, you ain't gonna correct nobody. You're not gonna correct anyone now because you got all those nice gifts. You've been bribed, exactly. New furniture, new TV, new plates here, new all that nonsense, man. All that garbage. Madden, Modern Warfare 3. You got new games, so you ain't gonna correct nobody. You're gonna remain in your sin. Can anyone show me in the Bible where Christ said celebrate his birthday? Because according to y'all, we're the cult. So show me in the Bible where it says Jesus Christ gave the order to celebrate his birthday today. Where is it in the Bible? Anyone have a clue? Just celebrating it, right? Celebrating garbage that you can't prove in the Bible. It's what's so sad about it is what's sad about it is that y'all go out here and y'all shop for hours, get into fist fights, fighting for sales, running around the streets all throughout the night, in the morning, and then turn around and tell your kids, Santa did it. You give all your glory to an invisible, imaginary white man. After all that trouble you went through all night buying gifts. That shows the slave mind. Even in imagination, the white man still is God. Even in the imagination. I'm gonna spend all this time and go out and buy gifts, find sales, go to Manhattan, travel to Queens, travel to Long Island, go to all the malls, Palisades, and I'm gonna tell my child that a fat, invisible white man got my kid gifts. The Bible says thou shalt not lie. And you lie to your kids and say Santa Claus exists when he does not exist. But y'all so childish and immature and ignorant, y'all choose to follow that lie. Be that.
We're terrorists.
And we're terrorists. Be that. As he said, wow.
Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Again?
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
The Bible says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Meaning invaluable lies. Unprofitable lies. Come on.
After the tradition of men.
After the what?
After the tradition of men.
Because guess what? Christmas Day and New Year's are traditions of man. God made no statement in the Bible that Christmas is a holy day or New Year's or Santa Claus. Can any of y'all show me that New Year's is December? Can any of y'all show me the Bible where God told you that in December is the New Year begins? No one has an answer. that house tomorrow. I'm back with a gift. Amazing. Deuteronomy 32. This verse, you got it. Because guess what? Santa Claus is a pagan god. You go into history, he was a Germanic god known as Ribazon. Okay? Or Krampus. He was a demon. And he would, if the kids were naughty, he would kidnap the kids. He walked around with red on, with horns and a red bag, with a pine branch in his hand. And he would beat on people and terrorize people. They called him a German Santa. He was the evil version of St. Nicholas, a black man in Europe that gave gifts to children. And the white man took him and made an alter ego of him and made him evil. Santa Claus is of Satan. That's why if you rearrange the word Santa, it's Satan. And Claus, as in Klaus, it means devil or demon. Satan, demon. That's what Santa Claus means. Satan, demon. So you're worshiping the devil. Show me the Bible where Santa Claus talks to Christ. They have some kind of conversation or relationship. Where is that in the Bible? Oh, I know why they can't answer. It's too cold. They pull their damn pants up. Maybe the cold air would make them so damn stupid. Because sagging is fagging. I got news for y'all, brothers. Sagging is fagging. Y'all walking around here just like clowns. Clowns.
Giving out homo invitations.
But y'all want to celebrate these childish holidays. Read on, read again.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God.
They what?
They sacrificed unto devils, not to God.
How they sacrifice the devils? Because that's what Santa Claus goes right back to that pagan god Molech, or the Greek god Kronos. And all these gods required you to sacrifice your children. That's why they use Christmas time as a time for the children. Okay? They would burn their children in honor of these pagan gods. And Santa Claus is a modern day version of those pagan gods that involve child sacrifice. Okay? They called him Krampus, which means devil, or Ribazon. Okay, that's who he is. A Germanic Norse god, like Thor and Odin. Santa Claus is one of them. That's what he is. A god of mischief that hung around trees with a white beard, fat belly, with a bag in his hand. He would capture children. If they were naughty, he would capture the children and eat them. That's what he did. That's why they did it again.
They sacrifice unto devils, not to God.
They sacrifice unto devils. How do y'all sacrifice today? Y'all buy the whole that get Jeremiah 10. Y'all take gifts, and where do you put it? You put it under the tree. Because the gifts are a sacrifice unto the tree. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord, come on.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Because Christmas time is a heathen, pagan custom. That's not in the Bible. Or your Catholic Bible either.
That's right.
A lot of y'all here are Hispanic, and that's your Catholicism. And that's nowhere in the Bible. Come on.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
The Bible says, learn not the ways of the other nations. Come on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Because back then, the signs of heaven was a shooting star, or a rising sun, or an eclipse. And they were amazed at that. Ooh, that's a god. They were afraid of it. So Jeremiah told Israel, don't be like them. You know what?
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Because the heathen are afraid of those things. They're stupid as hell. Read on.
For the customs of the people of A.
The customs of the nations, like Christmas time and New Year's, are lies. 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 And y'all take it and make it good. make it truth when it's a lie. Read on.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
For one does what?
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
For one cuts a tree out of the forest. One cuts a tree out of the forest. Come on.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
And they use the axe to cut it down. Come on.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
What do they do to the tree?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Because the main customary colors of Christmas time before green and red are silver and gold. Silver and gold. They decorate the tree with actual silver and gold because the Babylonians believed that their sun god can turn to a tree and attack them if they refuse to give the tree gifts. They'll fight their enemies and they'll cut their heads off and hang their heads on the tree, which y'all call today ornaments. Or they call it tinsel, silver tinsel, or gold tinsel. It's all pagan worship. What do y'all say? Ironically, what do y'all say? I do it for the children. And guess what? That's exactly what Satan wanted you to do back then. Do it for the children. That's all a lie. You do it because your kids are out here shopping. You are. Read on.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
Modern day time we use tree stands with the screws. Come on.
They are upright as the palm tree.
Now y'all use the pine tree because it's up, it sits upright. Come on.
But speak not.
But they can't speak because the Babylonians believed that their gods can come from the sun, become trees, and attack you if you didn't bring forth the proper sacrifices, which involve silver, gold, presents, and killing your children. Read on.
They must needs be born.
They must be carried.
But because they cannot go.
Because they can't walk. Come on.
Be not afraid of them.
Jeremiah is telling Israel, don't fall for the heathen customs. Don't be afraid of a damn tree. Come on.
For they cannot do evil.
Because they cannot do evil to you. Come on.
Neither also is it in them to do good.
Because they're not gods. Get Baruch. Chapter 6, verse 39 to 42. Because again, Baruch was Jeremiah's scribe. And Jeremiah would have Baruch write things for him, okay, to deliver to Israel. Alright? Baruch 6, verse 39. Once again, Baruch was Jeremiah's scribe. So when Jeremiah wanted someone to write things and deliver it, he used Baruch. Read.
Baruch chapter 6, verse 39. They're gods of wood.
The Babylonians, they have gods of wood, like trees. That was their gods, or tree stumps. That was their gods that they sacrificed to. Come on.
Which are overlaid with gold and silver.
Which are what?
Overlaid with gold and silver.
That's Christmas time. Which are overlaid with gold and silver. Come on.
Are like the stones that when be hewn out of the mountain.
Or they will cut them out the mountain. Come on. Or they use the stones also as altars. Come on.
That they worship them shall be confounded.
Now what?
That they that worship them shall be confounded.
A lot of y'all out here are confused because you really believe in your mind that you're honestly giving honor to Christ's birthday when Christ gave no scriptural evidence that tomorrow or today, whatever, is his birthday. It's nowhere in the Bible, but y'all are confounded. You're confused because you're covetous and wicked and rebellious and greedy. Read on.
Verse 40. How should a man then think and say that they are gods?
How can y'all say that Jesus Christ was born December 25th when there's no evidence?
That think and say.
That think and say it. Come on. Read it again.
How should a man even think and say?
Think and say, come on.
That they are gods.
That his birthday is December 25th. That Santa Claus, which is the true God you're worshiping, is actually a God. Because they say he knows when you're sleeping.
He knows when you're awake.
He knows when you're awake.
He knows when you're bad or good.
Good or bad will be good for goodness sake. Men not proud. He knows all things. They make Santa Claus his God. He's all around you. He's omnipotent. He sees all. He knows all. That's God. That ain't Santa Claus. But they turned Santa Claus into a God. And you have your children believing that nonsense. It confound them as well. When Santa Claus doesn't exist. He ain't real, kid. Read on.
That they worship them shall be confounded. How should a man then think and say that they are gods?
Come on.
When even the Chaldeans themselves,
Even when the Babylonians themselves, the actual originators of that God, come on.
even when even the Chaldeans themselves dishonor them.
Then what?
When even the Chaldeans themselves dishonor them.
Even the Babylonians, the creators of that God, don't even care for that God either. They disrespect their own God. Come on.
Who, verse 41, who if they shall see one dumb that cannot speak, they bring him and entreat Bel that he may speak as though he were able to understand.
So they carry Bel and go, speak, Bel, speak. Knowing full well he can't speak. That's how dumb the nations are. Read on.
Yet they cannot understand this themselves.
Yet they themselves can't understand this. Come on.
And leave them.
And what?
And leave them.
And leave them sitting there, knowing they can't speak. Come on.
For they have no knowledge.
What?
For they have no knowledge.
Point to again.
Yet they cannot understand this themselves.
Yet the heathen can't understand this themselves concerning their God. Come on.
And leave them.
And leave their gods there. Come on. And what?
And leave them.
Jeremiah said, or Baruch said, leave them alone. Come on.
They have no knowledge.
Because they're dumb. The nations that made up Christmas were dumb. And now you're dumb. Following them. It's not about Santa Claus. It's about family time. It's about getting together and loving each other and being happy. God trying to take evil and make it good. Let's see what God says about that. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 4. Of an unclean thing.
Of an unclean thing or an unclean custom, such as so-called Christmas or Devil Day or Krampus Day. Come on.
Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
You cannot make it clean. You can't make an unclean thing an unclean so-called holiday a righteous holiday. Read on.
And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
Read that part again.
And from that thing which is false,
From that thing which is false, which is not true, come on,
what truth can come?
there's no truth in Santa Claus. He does not exist. He is a pagan god. Santa Claus originates from the devil and devil worshippers. Now, a lot of y'all envy your oppressor, and you adopt his customs into your lives. You know full well that Christmas Day is not the man's birthday. That's not Jesus Christ's birthday. It's nowhere in the Bible. In the springtime. In the spring. When you go to church, you ask your pastor, where in the Bible can I find where it says that Jesus Christ gave the order? Let's say it is his birthday. Let's say it actually is. Ask anyone out here if you know of. Where did Christ say to celebrate his birthday in the first place? Where is that in the Bible? Because I haven't found anyone yet that can answer my question. Yet. Read.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
The Bible says, envy thou not the oppressor. Our oppressor made up all these holidays today. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans did not make up New Year's, 4th of July, because you were still slaves during that time. Independence Day, whatever. Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Those are all so-called holidays made up by your oppressor. Made up by those who enslaved you as a people. And you envy them. You want to be them. Y'all celebrate a day. Y'all celebrate a day that y'all know full well is not in the Bible. Read.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Right, the Jews. Read again.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
What?
Envy thou not the oppressor. oppressor,
You know what?
and choose none of his ways.
The Bible says not to choose any of his ways. Not to choose any of his ways. Don't follow his custom. Because they're lies. They are lies and foolishness. You understand? Nonsense. One more time.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor,
Come on.
and choose none of his ways.
Come on. So we cannot allow ourselves to choose the ways of our oppressor, to choose the ways of dumb heathen nations that sacrifice their children to other gods. Because Santa Claus was a pagan devil god that people sacrificed their children to. That's why, if you notice, all these holidays revolve around children. Easter revolves around children. Christmas revolves around children. Halloween revolves around children. All of the richest, most popular holidays in America revolve around children. Because back then they all involved children being burned and worshipped to other gods, amongst other gods. I mean, offered to other gods.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children.
What?
That we henceforth be no more
So
children.
the Most High God requires us to be no more childish children. Grown folks out here walking around with Santa hats on. You like 30, 40 years old with a Santa hat. Read it again, please.
That we henceforth be no more children.
The Lord requires us to be men and women to be women, not babies. Little boys and girls, their pants sagging below their behind. The Lord requires real men and real women out here. I have not seen yet any, so I haven't seen not one out here. Read again.
That we henceforth be no more children.
Come on.
Tossed to and fro.
What?
Tossed to and fro.
Y'all tossed into New Year's, you're tossed into Thanksgiving, you're tossed into Halloween, you're tossed into 4th of July, you're tossed to and fro. Birthdays, y'all tossed to and fro. Come on.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
That's y'all today. You're tossed about with every wind of doctrine. A wind of doctrine is Christmas. A wind of doctrine is New Year's. A wind of doctrine is Halloween. A wind of doctrine is birthdays, etc., etc. Read on.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine. By the slate of men.
By the what?
By the slate of men.
Now I know Negroes don't read, so I'm gonna explain what that means. Slate means trickery. Trick of the hands. Deceit of the hands. Quickness. Exactly that part again. By the what?
By the slate of men.
By the trickery of men. The Santa Claus is a very tricky holiday. Because they took Christ, a righteous, popular man, holy man of God, black man, and merged it with a fat white man called Santa Claus, who in actuality is the devil, and made them one to allure children. The fat white man was Santa's helpers, who were demons also. In actuality, they were actually demons. They weren't elves. They changed it to elves to allure the children. That's what they were. They were black with fangs and horns. They were Krampus's servants. Hear it again? What? Slate?
By the slate of men.
By the trickery of man. Christmas time is a trick of man. A trick of man. Come on.
And cunning craftiness.
And what?
And cunning craftiness.
Goes back to slate. Cunning craftiness. Because the so-called white man knows that y'all don't know that Santa Claus is actually the devil, the Bible says. A pagan god that has nothing to do with Christ whatsoever. Unless y'all can prove me different. But you're not, because you choose to be willfully stupid as hell. Or willfully ignorant, as the Bible says. Read on.
Whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
And guess what? The so-called white men, these nations, they lie in wait to deceive y'all by making you celebrate these holidays that are not found in the Bible. Christmas is nowhere in the Bible recognized as a holy day. It's not there. Santa Claus is not there. The elves are not there. Rudolph is not there. Who? I don't know what you said. What you said?
All little boys like it.
Oh, exactly. All kids liking it. Exactly. But guess what? Y'all gonna do it anyway. Why? You need Colossians 3:5. Because y'all are very covetous. And because y'all covet, you make that your God. You make your greed your God. I know it's not in the Bible, but because I want gifts so bad, I'm gonna do it anyway. Colossians 3:5.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 5. Mortify therefore your members.
The Bible says, mortify your members, meaning your sins. Kill off the natural man. Come on.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
Which are upon the earth in your flesh. Come on.
Fornication.
Fornication is one member of sin. Come on.
Uncleanness.
Uncleanness is another member of sin.
Inordinate affection.
Homosexuality is a member of sin.
Evil concupiscence.
And what?
Evil concupiscence.
Evil sexual desire. Come on.
And covetousness.
And what?
And covetousness.
And covetousness. Come on.
Which is
what?
Which is
covetousness. Which is what?
Idolatry.
See that? Because y'all covet gifts. What's your question?
It's evident that Christ hung on the tribe of Judah. When Christ was born at 97 25, but when Christ was born, what scripture?
Luke chapter 2 verse 41.
Well, I asked the question. He asked, when exactly does it say when Christ was born? What time frame it tells you? Read.
Luke chapter 2 verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
Springtime. Come on.
And when he was 12 years old.
When? That's a time. That's a time frame. And when he was 12, the time he turned 12, come on.
They went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
Get when. I got it. But when?
When? The first definition is at what time or period?
See?
How long ago? How soon? When are they to arrive?
At what time? The time he turned 12 or the time he went to Passover. Read it again. It's a supposition of time. Read again.
And when he was 12
When he turned 12, come on.
When he was 12 years old,
come on.
They went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
To keep the Passover. So he was born in the springtime. He was not born in the dead of winter. Wrapped in swaddling clothes in the middle of the freezing cold weather. He would have died.
And dumb Christians, what they say?
Shepherd fields. Get that one. I'll show you. He was outside.
That's right. Right?
No, he was in a house.
Luke chapter 2.
In the house they had a place that they kept food for animals. It was called the upper levels and lower levels. He was in a house. Yeah.
Luke chapter 2 verse 8. And there were in the same country,
the same land he was in,
shepherds abiding in the field.
Now that's say winter time. You know what? Read it again.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field.
Come on.
Keeping watch over their flock by night.
So you outside in the freezing winter night in the Middle East with your sheep and your animals? They would no. Farmers take their sheep in the wintertime, put them in the barn where it's warm. They're not going to be out in the freezing cold with their animals.
Abiding.
Abiding. Look at workers. Abiding. Read abiding. 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 Read it again. But we got to deal with English now, people. They don't read no books. We got to make the third grade kindergarten for them. Read again.
Luke chapter 2 verse 8. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
So there were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock in the nighttime. In the wintertime, what's abiding mean?
Abide. To remain. Continue. Stay. Abide with me.
So they were staying there. They were standing outside in the freezing cold, watching their sheep in the wintertime in Jerusalem. The Jerusalem nights in the wintertime are horrible. They're below 0%. There's no high buildings like that over there. It's land during that time. It's freezing cold. You understand? And we had winter in the Bible. John said, let's see what feast day Christ observed in the wintertime. Let's see what feast day or holiday Christ observed in the wintertime.
John chapter 10, verse 22.
Be a hero.
He wasn't born on the farm. Let me clear that. He was not born on the farm. People say that he was born in damn cow and around cow dung and filth. No, he was born in a house.
Oh, man. Luke 2 what? That's my brother. Luke 2 what?
Luke 42.
Luke what?
Luke 2:42.
Luke 2:42. Shalom.
All right, shalom.